The months-long lockdown due to COVID-19 is taking a huge toll on children's health and development. The government has closed schools for safety reasons and kids have been asked to stay at home. But how can they better understand the situation? Humanitarian organization Medecins Sans Frontieres, or Doctors Without Borders, recently launched this activity book that aims to educate children on COVID-19 and provide ways to protect them from the deadly virus. With us now on New Day is Cunanan, the Regional Communications Manager of MSF in the Southeast and East Asia and Pacific Project. Good morning, Polly.
Good morning, Paolo, and thank you so much for inviting me to your program today.
It's a real pleasure to have you. Now, the activity book is entitled, What Can You Do About COVID-19? What's it all about? What can we find here in this book?
So basically, we have like a 20-page activity book, which aims to explain to children aged 5 to 9 years old what the COVID-19 virus is, what the pandemic is all about, and its effects, and what kids can do to protect themselves. So what we have here is a very engaging book with very simple and concise explanation. So it includes like various activities such as jumbled letters, cracking codes, crossword puzzles. So, we expect kids to not just learn about the virus, but also enjoy learning as they actually work on the activity book.
It looks like it's going to be a lot of fun and very informational. Polly, this is both in Tagalog and English, am I correct?
Yes, it's available both in English and in Tagalog, and it's actually also available in other languages in Southeast Asia. And of course, like we're looking forward to having it in other languages for use in different parts of the world.
Fantastic. Now, based on your data, how big and how serious is the impact of COVID-19 and the lockdown on children? Kids are staying home, they're out of school, maybe not a lot of social interaction, and a lot of confusion and fear maybe about COVID-19. Just how affected are they?
Well, we for a fact that, like the millions of people that are affected by COVID-19 also includes children.
Mm-hmm.
And the problem is that, the kids don't really have a chance to they don't have a chance to usually express themselves, to express their fears and to know more about the virus. So, if us adults are having a problem with, understanding COVID-19, especially at the start of the pandemic, like what more for kids, right? Especially now that they've actually lost also their external support systems, because most of the kids are like staying at home here in the Philippines. Like, I have a 7-year-old niece who is usually like very outgoing. And she usually wants to go out, but with the pandemic, like she cannot go out, and she's always very worried about all the adults in the family who are going out, always reminding us to wear our masks, etc. So yeah, the effect, the mental effect of the virus, of the pandemic on kids is really can be very traumatic. So that's why that's why we came up with this activity book, so that we can help the kids. They can actually even write. They can even write what their fears are, what they think about the virus. So there's a space for that in the activity book. There is also a space in the activity book wherein, we've provided tips for parents on what they can do in terms of discussing the pandemic with their kids, in terms of talking about the virus, and in terms of talking about how the kids can protect themselves.
Fantastic. It really does look like a really good book, and it's a really creative way of educating kids on COVID-19. Thank you so much, Polly Cunanan of MSF, for joining us here on New Day.